The color have a history. Obviously, every history means in our India that color have a huge history. Yeah, yesterday I have told about that if it is in our globe, then there is a 0 degree equator and Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Indigo particularly grow in this area. In the subtropical region, basically Europe is present there. Here they grow one type of crop, one type of blue plant that we call that wood. But in that we are discussing about the situation of after 1750s or 18th century. We are discussing about that. And that time industrialization are going on in that case of Europe. Okay, and they required huge quantity of the blue. Present day we use the synthetic blue color, but on the time of industrialization they can't use any type of that synthetic type of blue, the synthetic type of blue color. They use the plant things. Indigo is the best quality they given that you can say one type of blue.
Today I Shivam of grade 9B and I am a student of GD Goenka Public School. And today I am going to tell you some points from the geography chapter number 1, India's size and location. So let's start. So first of all, we can read the introduction of the chapter. India has achieved multifaceted socio-economic progresses during the last 5 decades. So as you can see that India has been getting progresses day by day because its size and location, and it has a very good prominent area in the South Asia. It has also made a remarkable progress in the field of agriculture, industry, technology and overall economic development. As you know that India is also known for its agriculture, technology and all. So India has also progresses in many fields like agriculture, technology and other fields. Third point is India has also contributed significantly to the making the world history. We all know that India's history is one of the most biggest history and it is, so it also helps in making the world history. India's is one of the ancient civilizations and a remarkable history that we all know. Now let's talk about the location of India. Location of India. So as we know that this is our Earth suppose, and this is the 0 degree. So and this is the equator. So this is the northern hemisphere and this is the southern hemisphere. So India lies over here. Suppose this is India, and the Tropic of Cancer passes through. Let's draw India over here. Suppose the Tropic of Cancer passes through 8 states. Tropic of Cancer passes through 8 states, and the most southern part of the India is known as Kanyakumari, and the most upper part is known as Jammu. So now let's see some points related to that. Longitude. Vertically mapping lines on the earth are lines of longitude known as the meridians. One simple way to visualize this might be to think about having hula hoops cut in the half vertically position with one end at the north pole and the other end at the south pole. So longitude, what is longitude? So longitudes are imaginary lines, imaginary vertical lines which are formed on our earth. So now let's talk about the latitude. So as you can see, these are longitude and these are latitudes. Now latitude. Horizontal mapping lines on the earth are lines of latitude. They are known as the parallel of latitudes because they run parallel to the earth. As I told, the latitudes are like horizontal imaginary lines, and they are always parallel, as you can see in the picture. The sun rays are latitude, as you can see. And that's all.
Good morning everyone, this is Sunny Bharti from class 10A, and today I am here to discuss a topic of history, which is nationalism in India. So first we will look what is mean by nationalism. So it is a strong feeling of any individual belonging to a certain country or a nation, for the feeling of patriotism. So let's begin with the first slide, which says the First World War and Khilafat and non-cooperation movement. So let me tell you all guys, World War First, we know the deadline of that is from 1914 to 1918. So when we talk about the impacts of that World War First on India, so it was not faced directly, but still we were the colony of British, and there was a fight, a war between Allied power and Central power. So indirectly we faced a lot of issues. So we'll discuss further. The First World War 1914 created a new economic and political situation worldwide. India faced various problems during the war period. As I told you, this was not directly but indirectly the economic powers, the economic condition of India was changing rapidly. This was not certain. New economic and political situations. So first we'll talk about defense expenditure increase. So we were the colony of British. So British was engaged into the war, and so that British needed a lot of army men for them. So they started recruiting the Indian army to them, and this resulted in increased expense on the what we can say defense. Custom duties increased. So export, when there was an export, so there was a custom duty which everybody has to pay. This was increased. Introduction of income tax, forced recruitment in army, as I told you. Prices of food grains doubled between 1930 to 1980. Prices of goods were, as there is an economic depression, so since it is a kind of depression, so everything will face an increase in their prices. So that is what it is talking about. In 1980 and 1920 to 21, crops failed in many parts of India. Acute shortage of food and famine epidemic